Shalom and welcome back to Hebrew Bytes, lesson number 19. Ivrit La'at La'at, Shiur 19. We'll begin like we usually do with a blessing. Blessed are you, O Lord our God, King of the universe, by whose word with all its letters heaven and earth were made. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shebara et hashamayim ve'et haaretz bidvaro im kol ha'otiot. Amen. Well, shalom talmidim. Hello students, tovim, good students of Hebrew. Our parashah this week is called Terumah, which means offering. Offering, see the tav with the shva, t, resh, the vav, u, tru, mem, with the kamats, hey. So you can see by looking at this that it actually has three syllables. T, ru, ma. And the emphasis would be, where would you guess? It would be on the last syllable, because it has a kamatz, which is a strong R with a hey to add more emphasis. So truma, teruma, truma. And truma is an offering. It's actually in the sacrifices and offerings of the tabernacle and the temple. It's an uplifted offering. It's an offering that is lifted up before the Lord. So the root of the word is actually, let me bring it back, is ram. And it's one of the few two-letter roots, which is the resh and the mem, ram. And what does ram mean? Ram means exalted. Ram venisa is exalted, lifted up and exalted. So that's where the word truma, an uplifted or upraised offering, comes from. It's an offering that's being raised up to be set aside for God's purposes. And the trumot is the plural. So truma, trumot, you can hear it's feminine. And the trumot are offerings that we lift up to the Lord, to our Father in heaven. Our prayers, our praise, our work, our very hearts and lives can all be trumot, lifted up as offerings to Him. Right, now in the parashah, Terumah, God has called Moshe to go up Mount Sinai once again. And the mount, we are told, is covered by a cloud, which is Anan, and with fire, Esh. So you see Anan and Esh. And both of these signify His presence in many places through the Bible, but the one that we've read recently coming through the Exodus, if you remember that when the Israelites were leaving Egypt, there was a pillar of cloud, Anan, and a pillar of fire, Esh. And these pillars would go, the pillar of cloud by day to give shade, the pillar of fire by night to give warmth and light. And it's almost like these were the two pillars walking with them through the wilderness, signifying the presence of God, that He was walking ahead of them. Now, what does the Almighty want to reveal and communicate to Moshe this time? Every time Moses has gone up, there's been some revelation from God. So what will it be this time? And in the parasha, we find the answer. He wants Israel to build him a house, a Byte. So it's a construction project that God has for Moshe. He wants to build a sanctuary, a mikdash is a sanctuary. And the purpose is amazing. He wants to dwell in their midst. This is a sign that God is wanting to come and dwell in the midst of his people. He wants to be their neighbor. Shachan is neighbor. And if you have your lessons sheets printed out, you will see the root of that word is shin, kaf, and nun sofit. Shachan. And a dwelling uses the same letters, mishkan, the shin, the kaf, and the nun. So he wants Moses to build a mishkan, a dwelling, so he can be the shachan, the neighbor. And a neighborhood is shchuna, also from the same three root letters, shin, kaf, nun, shchuna. And once this mishkan, this dwelling, is built, the glory of the presence of God will come and fill it and dwell in their midst in the Holy of Holies. And what is this holy presence of God called? The Shekhinah. The Shekinah. We talk about the Shekinah glory of God, which shows his presence, and it's from the same root, Shin, Kaf, Nun. Shekhinah. To be a neighbor, Shechin. In the Shchunah, the neighborhood, and the Shekhinah will indwell the Mishkan. So God, very exciting project. God gives Moshe the blueprints and all the detailed instructions of the design and the materials to use and the furnishings for his house that he desires to have in his house. It requires much action to be taken, and the people are asked to participate and to bring these true mort offerings. Now, the offerings they made needed to be material things for the materials of the building, and also their time and talents and gifts were to be offered in this building. So today we'll focus on verbs, doing words, which are po'el or po'alim. Verbs are called po'alim because they're workers, they're action words, they do the work. So let's look at a few sentences, and we'll find, notice first the word order of the sentence, that there's subject, verb as the predicate, and then an object very often. So we'll have a look at these. Number one, Sarah is singing. Sarah shira. So obviously Sarah is the subject and she is doing something. She is singing. Shira. Now you remember in Hebrew there's not an actual word for is singing or are. It's just included in the verb. So if you say Sarah shira, you know it means Sarah is singing. Sarah sings, depending on the context. Number two, Yossi drives a taxi or a bus or a car. Yossi, noheg means drive. Hu noheg, he noheget. Monit, autobus, ve'oto. So taxi is a monit, bus is autobus, and auto is car. Number three, he eats a falafel. Hu ochel falafel. If it was a feminine, he ochelet falafel. Number four, The elephant is huge. Elephant is pil. Hapil gadol me'od. If you just say the elephant is big, you could say hapil gadol. But if it's very big or huge, it's gadol me'od. Me'od is very, very big. Hapil gadol me'od. The shop, number 5, the shop is in the old city. Hachanut ba'ir ha'atika. So again, I've actually used a lot of just the is, but you could see it's implied in the sentence. Hachanut ba'ir ha'atika. The shop is in the old city. All right, now let's take a closer look at verbs. And the verbs are po'alim, the workers, the working words. Then the basic verb patterns, all the verb patterns are built on the root letters of the masculine singular form of the verb. So in the one where he eats a falafel, the masculine past tense singular would be hu achal falafel. He ate a falafel. So the achal gives you the root words of the verb. So from achal, you'd know that the present tense would be hu ochel or he ochelet. Now, there are 7 verb patterns or groupings called binyanim. And a binyan is a building. So binyanim, it's like that they built. These verb patterns are built up from that root word of the verb, the root letters. You can build the whole building of that particular verb. Now, 4 of these binyanim are active and 3 are passive. So that's just for your information, but what we will be studying is the first active group, the simple one called pa'al or kal. And kal is the word for easy, which is good because the opposite is kasher, and we'd rather stay with the kal, the easy. So this verb, the present form of the verb, the present tense of the pa'al verbs, we'll take a look at some of those. If we have a table for those present tense. Oh, here we go. So we'll just look at 2, just to notice the pattern. To dance, for example. Infinitive, lirkod. So from lirkod, you would know that the root letters would be the masculine past tense singular, which would be rakad. Hu rakad, he danced. So resh, kuf, dalet, rakad, you can hear the 3 letters. So from that, you form the present tense masculine, roked, hu roked, hu ochel, hu kotev. You just start noticing the pattern. So he dances, hu roked. She dances, he rokedet. They dance masculine, him rokdim. They dance feminine, hen rokdot. Roked, rokedet, rokdim, rokdot. Now to walk, holechet. Lalechet is the infinitive. Halach would be the past tense masculine, which gives you the 3 root letters. Hey, lamed, kaf, so feet. Halach. So hu holech, he holechet, hem holchim, hen holchot. It's just, once you start noticing the patterns and work with them and practice, you start, it actually is kal. It is quite easy. Right, let's look at the infinitive form of the verb that you saw there, like lirkod and lalechet. That is your friend. It's our friend when it comes to building sentences, because you always use it like I want to do something, I need to do something, I like to do something, you use the infinitive. אני, I want, אני רוצה, או אני רוצה. אני רוצה לאכול falafel. I need something, אני צריך או צריכה. And add the infinitive. Or I like that. I like to do, אני אוהבת לאכול falafel. So you can use the infinitive form of the verb very often in conversation and in sentences. For example, I want to read a story. אני רוצה או רוצה לקרוא סיפור. And if you have the sheets, these are all here on the sheet, so I hope you're reading along. אני רוצה לקרוא סיפור. He wants to eat a falafel. הוא רוצה לאכול falafel. She wants to buy stamps. היא רוצה, infinitive, לקנות מה? What's the object? Stamps, בולים. So subject, היא רוצה לקנות בולים. We need to go home. אנחנו צריכים ללכת הביתה. They need to drink water. הם או הן צריכים או צריכות לשתות מים. So the infinitive stays the same whether it's masculine, feminine, singular or plural. That's why it is a friend, the infinitive. So you can slot it into a sentence and just go over these examples. Anything I want, need, like, all use the infinitive. I need to write a letter. אני צריכה לכתוב מכתב. I need to write a letter. Right, so that's just an example there for you to take a look at. Let's look at the past tense. So we've had a look at the present tense. Now, past tense, like we said, you look at the masculine form of the verb, which always gives you the root letters. So here we have the past tense of read, kara, hu kara. He ate, hu achal. He went or walked, hu halach. So we'll just look at those verbs. Let's see. Singular, ani, I, karati, I read. So let's use the word sefer, book. I read a book. Ani, I read a book. Sorry, past tense singular. I read a book. Karati sefer. You, masculine. Karata sefer. You, feminine. Karat sefer. He, kara sefer. And she, kara. They're very similar. In the past tense for he and she. Hu kara sefer, kara, he kara. There's a slight little pause in the feminine. So, past tense, read, I read a book. Karati, karata, karat, kara, kara. For eat, I ate already. Achalti. Ata, if you're asking, did you eat already? Ata achalta? Or you can just say achalta, did you eat? If it's a feminine, achalt. Hu achal. So he ate already. He achla. There's a slight difference. He achla kvar. She ate already. So achalti, achalta, achalt, achal, achla. Right, let's look at walk. Halach. I walked this morning. Halachti haboker. Halachta haboker. Did you walk this morning? Halacht haboker. If it's a girl. Hu halach haboker. He walked this morning. He halcha haboker. She walked this morning. So you just start hearing the pattern and getting the feel of the verbs in the past tense. Halachti. Always, if it's I, whether it's masculine or feminine, which is good, you just add the E on the end. Usually T. Halachti, karati, achalti. Okay? Oh, now we have a signal. Sorry, it's 7 p.m. here in Israel, and I'm doing the worldwide Shema, which means all over the world at this particular hour. Cindy's, it's 11 in the morning, and so we stop and just say the Shema. It takes a few seconds, so just join us as we say Shema Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. May He be blessed and His kingdom extended forever. Amen. Thank you. Sorry about that interruption, but that was a good interruption to say the Shema. Right, so we were looking at the past tense of the verb. And again, you can see ani if it's singular, if it's just I, whether it's masculine or feminine, it's the same. Achalti, halachti, karati. And then you get the pattern. You, masculine, feminine, he, she. So let's do halachti, halachta, halacht, halach, halcha. Now the plural, let's have a look at the plural form. We also stays the same whether it's masculine or feminine, which is good. So anachnu. Anachnu karanu sefer. We read the book. Karanu. You karatem. Feminine karaten. They karu. Same. Good news in the plural. It's the same for masculine and feminine for they. So karanu. We karatem. Karaten. They read karu. Karu. Masculine or feminine. Okay, for eat. Oh, we ate already. Achalnu. Achalnu. Achaltem. Achalten. Achlu. Achlu. Hem. Achlu. They already ate breakfast. Hem achlu aruchat boker. Ani achal. We achalnu aruchat boker. Achaltem aruchat boker. Achalten. Hem achlu aruchat boker. They already ate breakfast. Okay, let's do walk. We walked this morning. Halachnu haboker. We walked this morning. Halachtem haboker. Did you plural? Halachten haboker. They walked this morning, whether it's masculine or feminine. Halchu haboker. Hem halchu. So again, look at the pattern. Halachnu, halachtem, halachten, halchu, halchu. So once you start getting the root, getting the infinitive, it's just building. It really is. So I'm just thinking of the back to the parasha. This was a complete building project, and this is what verbs are. They're a building project. So you just have to learn. You just have to get the materials, and but once you do, it's like building a house. You pretty much stick to the same rules in building. Whether it's a house or verbs. So when God created the universe, which was also a very big and purposeful construction project, we are told that on the 6 days he spoke. Vayomer Elohim. And God said, let there be light. Let there be seas. Let there be light. So we're told on the 6 days, it says he spoke. And everything into creation, into existence. And then on the 7th day, what happened? He rested. It was Shabbat and enjoyed his work. Now, talking about patterns, in Exodus here in this section of the book of Exodus, the Torah, we find the instructions for the tabernacle. Many chapters are spent on, which shows how important it is to God, that so much time and so many chapters were spent. I mean, the whole creation of the universe was just very short compared with this detailed instruction for the tabernacle. But funnily enough, if you look for the pattern, you'll see that the instructions for the Mishkan, tabernacle, are given in 6 sections. There's 6 specific sections for the building of the tabernacle, and each one begins with, and the Lord spoke to Moses, to Moshe, Vayedaber Elohim, Yedaber Adonai. And then after the 6 sections where the same thing, and he spoke, they're directly followed by a section on Shabbat. The 7th section of the tabernacle is Shabbat. So there you see a beautiful pattern as well. So it seems that this tabernacle, this Mishkan, is some way a microcosmic universe. That what God has included in the building is of importance. It's not just, well, I think I'd like this table here and that menorah there and this altar of incense. It all has very much more meaning. And why? Because the whole universe, like the Mishkan, is centered around his Shekhinah, his holy presence. Right, we're going to end there. For vocabulary, I'd like you to look at your copy of the menu in Hebrew Helps and start taking some words that you enjoy. You can choose whatever you like and just start filling them in your dictionary. So you can build your vocabulary of very interesting fruit, food, vegetables, whatever you like from the menu. So till next time, Shalom and Lehitraot from Yerushalayim.